plastic, don't matter how I get it, just fill it up. I tap that, twist that cap, pop the top of the lid, I can throw it back. Dust to dawn, so obvious it ain't flat. Hell, I tap that. I like 'em fatter, skinny, regular, taller, mini. Line 'em up and watch 'em ball one by one. Honey, brown or amber, in the morning I won't remember the name or the flavor or where it's from. I tap that, twist that cap, pop the top of the lid, I can throw it back. Dust to dawn, so obvious it ain't flat. Hell, I tap that. I tap that. At the bar, in the yard, at the beach, on the farm, it don't matter where I am. Couldn't give a river damn. I tap that, twist that cap, pop the top of the lid, I can throw it back. Dust to dawn, so obvious it ain't flat. Hell, I tap that, twist that cap, pop the top of the lid, I can throw it back. Dust to dawn, so obvious it ain't flat. Hell, I tap that.
Welcome to the Split Line Off-Road Podcast, brought to you by Magna One Motorsports.
Are you ready to go GNCC Racing?
Look at these guys. Oh, boy, we got it wheel to wheel right here. String. Oh, and Stu Baylor right behind him.
Russell going to try to dive bomb down to the inside. No, can't get the line he wants.
National champion Jordan Ashford.
I appreciate it, man.
The Split Line Off-Road Podcast
from Magna One Motorsports. Here's your host, Rodney Cooper, and co-host Brandon Whitehair.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Split Line Off-Road Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rodney Cooper, and with me today, as always,
Brandon Whitehair, guys. What is up, Slow Nation?
Slow Nation.
Yeah, Split Line Off-Road.
Oh, dude, we're doing acronyms? Have we made it?
Maybe.
I mean, when you can get an acronym, that means you've made it.
I don't know.
Slow Nation.
We ride with that?
I dig it.
Slow Nation.
SLO. I dig it.
Slow
Nation, episode 111 coming at you. Antonio Corelli. Who's
Caddy Blazuziak.
Okay.
perfect?
We'll go with it.
Perfect. Caddy. Who's that again?
Taddy Blazuziak.
That's who this episode is for.
He's a hard enduro rider.
Okay.
Good deal.
We'll
All right, guys. We are ready to talk Camp Coker. We are ready to talk some GNCC. We are ready to go. But first, before we get into it, we got to thank our awesome sponsors. First and foremost, we got to thank Magna One Racing, or Magna One Motorsports. If you need a used bike, if you need goggles, gear, helmets, anything else, make sure you go online and check out magna1.com, magna1motorsports.com. Also, check them out at Trackside or any NEPG event. While you're at their booth getting anything you need, make sure you grab some Magna One Clean It. It is a revolutionary cleaning product for your dirt bike, ATV, your truck, trailer, or anything else you decide to take to the track this weekend to Camp Coker. Make sure you get there and get your stuff cleaned and dialed. Also, make sure you guys get yourself on a Guts Racing seat cover. Guts has been a leader in seat cover innovation and technology since 1985. If you need an awesome seat cover, custom cut seat foam, trust nobody other than Guts Racing. And we will be giving one away.
Well, we just gave one away.
We gave one away for March.
Oh,
And it's already
we're backed
April.
up.
We're backed up, man.
Oh, okay.
It's already April.
Can't have that.
So we'll be giving one away soon.
Well, I say we got a Sunstar Chain Sprocket probably do too, right?
We do have a Sunstar Chain and Sprocket set to give away as well.
Mhm.
Speaking of Sunstar Chain and Sprockets, we're going to go out of order tonight. Make sure you check out Sunstar Chain and Sprockets. If you want to make it to the finish line, like Devin Masters over here,
Mm-hmm.
get on a Sunstar Chain and Sprocket kit. Brandon, what are they made of?
Case hardened steel, baby.
Case hardened steel. If you want to survive a GNCC race, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds, 7 rounds, and be a full season, we don't recommend a full season, but Devin might.
It's
Get
it's
yourself
all in the eye of the beholder.
Get yourself a Sunstar Chain and Sprocket kit and use that discount code SPLITLINE30 to save a cool 30% off of anything that you order from Sunstar Chain and Sprockets. That's pretty much like a sponsorship. So if you're not
Yep.
sponsored, be sponsored through Splitline.
Don't be dumb. Use the code.
Don't be dumb. Use the code. Who was it that didn't use that bought one because they heard about it on the show and then didn't use the code?
Can't remember.
I think they were related to you.
Probably.
I think they were related to you.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe it starts with a J.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's something.
Didn't
would do.
save 30%.
Yeah.
Jonathan. We also got to thank Seal Savers. If you want to save the seals on your dirt bike, save the seals on your ATV coils, save the seals on your mountain bike, make sure you get those covered. Make sure it's a cheap, affordable option, and it helps make your stuff last. And I'm telling you what, guys, you know how hard GNCC racing is on the equipment. So you got to get the seals saved. Nobody wants the dirty shafts. Nobody wants dirty coils. Get the seals saved and get on that program. Use the discount code SPLITLINE with a capital S to save 25% off of anything on their website.
Yep.
You can deck yourself out head to toe
Oh yeah.
with the Seal Savers
Love
gear.
it.
Ask Brandon.
I do it all the time.
Absolutely. We also got to thank Mountain State Hair Scrambles. Guys, they just finished up their first opening round.
Yep.
Easter weekend. Everything went off without a hitch. Good racing.
Yep.
Excited about that season opening up. But make sure you guys go check out the Mountain State Hair Scramble series if you haven't already. Awesome tracks, awesome terrains. Richie Nolan and the gang put on an awesome family-friendly event. If you're in West Virginia or near the area, go check out one of their events.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, let's get going.
Let's get going.
Brandon, what's up, buddy?
I think you know what's up.
I think I know. I just saw you like 10 minutes ago on the baseball
Listen,
field.
guys, we were doing 90 down the interstate just trying to get here
Yeah.
by
That's how
8:30.
that's how dedicated we are. We were only 10 minutes behind, and we literally just quit baseball practice at 15 after 8.
Yes, we were cruising.
And baseball practice is 20 minutes away from here.
Right.
So that tells you how much we put this program.
That's right. We
put ahead of everything.
hell or high water, damn it.
Hell or high water.
We're coming.
Consistency is key.
I mean,
Consistency is key. I've heard that from gurus all over.
I really hope
We may
Devin,
not be good, but we are consistent.
I really hope Devin had that camera right there on you, like right when we were live, when you were shoving your face full of that dinner you had.
Oh, dude, that was so good.
I really hope he was like up and close, up
My,
close.
my wife makes the best baked spaghetti.
He
It
didn't
is
even
good.
bring us any.
I know, right?
I
Isn't that messed
offered.
up?
I offered.
Yeah. He ate it all for himself.
I did offer. Right?
Yeah,
Right?
whatever.
All right.
Could have offered
I'll
a
go
guy a
with
cold
that.
beer or something. Jeez.
you got your Gatorade. You're good. So, all right, let's get into the weekend. This past weekend, we had the Supercross event going on. Racing was a little bit boring, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was boring.
First,
But I will say, for the whole season, it's the first boring race of the season, right?
I mean, it
Hey.
was kind of boring. 450s were okay.
Tomac still proved he's the man.
Yep, Tomac's the man. 7-point lead now. What do you think?
51 wins.
Think Webb can.
Percentage pie. Tomac takes it.
I mean, I've always thought Tomac was going to be the guy to do it.
Before the race, I was going 50-50-ish.
Mm-hmm.
After the race, 60-40.
Okay, I like it.
I was going to say 75.
75.
Woo!
Yeah,
With the 7-point lead,
he's on the heavy side.
he is on the heavy side.
Heavy side.
Yeah, but he's proven time and time again that if you put him in a tough spot, he can come back out of it.
This next track.
So hasn't Webb.
Atlanta, I think, is probably going to fit Tomac too because
Right,
it's
yeah, they both. So Webb, that's what I was going to say. This next after Atlanta, if Webb does not put a dent in these points, if it goes a little bit long, he's done. Because Tomac goes to hard pack, we start going back to besides New Jersey.
So
We got New
so
Jersey
if Coop,
and Tennessee.
if Tomac finishes first and Coop finishes second, are you still saying he's done
Yeah. He's
So if
got
he loses any-
he's got to beat Tomac this weekend.
this round?
Yep.
This round. Okay.
He's got to.
Okay.
Barring nothing crazy happening to Tomac, no DNFs or anything stupid like that. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey guys, before we get too far into the episode, I forgot to mention that we want to make sure that you guys know that we have an awesome guest lineup tonight. It's going to be a fun episode. We got Alex and Jessica Elioff coming on the show tonight together. First married couple of the Racing Nation coming on together. So that's going to be awesome. We're going to be coming up here in about 10, 15 minutes. We're going to be covering, we got the Sunstar Chain and Sprocket segment coming up. So if you guys have a question, any question, the dumber, the better.
That's right.
Make sure you type it in the comment section and we will answer it no matter what the question is. So, and they got to be good because we're starting to get enough questions from everybody to where if they're not good, like we can only do about 10.
Right.
So make them good.
Make them good.
Make them good. Hard to top last week, but we got to try. So you want to talk about the fantasy real quick?
Yeah, real quick over
weekend?
Rocky Mountain. I just had it pulled up. And still number one, Adam Verostic, 770 in first place. He's inside. He's ranked right now 561 overall.
Oh,
so
one
he
of our
is
guys.
climbing.
One of our guys climbing. All right.
That's right. Wannabe Tucker, 69 is in second. JDMX 050 is in third. Jay Groff is in fourth, and we'll keep it short tonight. Cameron seventh is in fifth.
Okay, over on the Pulpim X side, Let's Go Brandon took the win this weekend. Cowie 736 took second place. Marty Seal Savers, he's been kind of cold this whole season so far, so good to see him back up there taking third place. Adam Earl 07 took fourth, and Guthrie 441 took fifth. And for the series overall, right now, that's not. Sorry, man. I was on a roll too. I was doing good. TN Williams 249 is in first place currently. KTM Rider 702 is in second, and Billy Bebot.
Man, we got some new guys coming up in there.
We do. We do.
Got some new guys.
We've got a lot of players in there. I think we have over 100.
A lot of players.
Player. And if you guys have never played the Split Line Fantasy, make sure you guys get in on that. The handicaps were posted today. A day late, $1 short, but they are posted. And don't try to sneak a Zach Osborne in on me this weekend because we got him in. He is not a 22 handicap. I think he's a 14.
Oh, not
really?
bad.
Not bad.
That's gonna be a high pick trend.
I know it is. I consulted with our consulting company with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, make sure you guys play. If you guys don't know how to play, the rules are right on the page.
They're right on what page? We have a page
on the post.
Oh, okay.
On the post, the rules are always posted on the post.
Okay. They're posted on the post.
Posted on the post.
That's
on the page.
On the page.
Is there a YouTube video?
There is a YouTube video on how to play.
It's kind of a janky YouTube video, but
it's old.
We'll get
better than nothing.
We'll get it better.
Better than nothing. You're exactly right. And if you don't know, just reach out and ask.
That's right.
All you got to do to submit your picks is send us a message via Instagram or Facebook. And listen, get in on it now while it's free, because as soon as we get that website up, it ain't going to be free.
Ain't nothing going to be free, boy.
Ain't nothing going to be free. Not to be.
I was going to say, how is the website coming? Any news?
Well,
Friday.
We almost purchased our domain name.
Ooh.
What?
Okay.
I just didn't say which one.
You're right.
I'm not going to say what it is yet.
No.
Because yeah. Anyways, yes, we almost purchased our domain name. I have it ready to click order, but I'm just waiting for the okay from some guys.
Okay, I got you. Bill and Rob. Okay.
Bill and Rob with Indian accents. Yep.
I love it.
They claim to be from Texas.
Yeah.
They're probably listening right now. They're probably pissed. Anyways, let's talk some Camp Coker real quick. So is Bryson Neal just going to go back to the winning streak? What we doing here?
We'll see. Man, I tell you what, he gave a guy that's guy that's should be up there with him riding a little bit, probably a lot of confidence after that win. Hunter Hart, man, and then Cole Richardson right behind him. Those two got a little bit more confidence in him. Maybe if they can either latch on or get out front of him, and I would say Hunter probably really wants another win now. He's got that little bit of hunger, a little bit of fire under him. So, I think that might be scary for Bryson.
Yeah.
And then like I said, we're racing. Anything can happen. So, I would foresee him going back out front and dominating a little bit. But if someone said Hunter Hart went out and challenged him the whole race this week and maybe got one on him, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep.
So how do you feel about the fact that, yes, they did get good finishes, but if they go back and look at the lap times, Bryson just completely destroyed their lap times.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's good, but it's just it's just the way it is. The guy on the top step he's the guy that's winning, right? So
yeah.
You can put down the fastest lap, but if you don't finish that race or finish a lap or have any mistakes, so you got to be the guy on top.
No, that's definitely true. If you go back and look at the lap times though after you win, it'd still be not as, you probably don't feel as accomplished.
How many times have you done that, Devin? Because I've done it a bunch.
I have. I've won a race before and went back and been like, man, if that guy did not mess up on that lap, I probably would have been in trouble.
Right. Or I've been in the other bit where it's like, man, if I didn't fall down that lap, I could have won. You know what I mean? Like, I'm running pretty good. It's just two guys got by me, and those are the two guys that beat me. So
yeah, I've also been on the other side of it where you're in Bryson Nill's shoes, right? You look at the lap times, you're like, man, I should have won that race.
Right.
But you didn't because you messed up.
Exactly. Yep. What do you think, Coop?
I'm completely zoned out right now. I'm trying to figure out something. What is it? Say it again.
Oh, geez.
We were talking about the lap times from Bryson, but the confidence that Hunter might have coming into the race.
I think that Hunter, I think that Cole Richardson, anybody, they need to get a start. A start is a necessity, and you have to run, and you can't let him by you, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's really the only thing you can do.
Right.
Because if you let him by you, it's going to be really, really difficult to get a pass back.
Right. Although
he was in the lead when he made the mistake last week.
Right.
And if you're banking on making him make a mistake, which is, that's going to be tough to do because, he's proven.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think he was forced into that mistake last week.
No.
Walker pushed him around the track a lot last year.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So, he's already, he can handle that. You need to stay in front of him.
Right.
Make him get away from the main line to get a pass, right?
My like what I was going to go on top of this is like me myself. If I was the guy, and I'm sure these guys know it, and yeah, there's some class, right? But you're in the same class, right? So he's on a different class. So if I'm McClure and Merritt and Hunter and Richardson, if I hear that guy coming, I am holding him up, making him irritated as hell. Make him frustrated to where he's not, you know what I mean? Make him frustrate him, because that's how he's going to, make a mistake, mess up, take a wrong line.
Yeah.
Make his day hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you're going to beat him, right? Either that or just out sprint him. And that's tough right now.
Yeah. The other thing to consider too is that we're going back to a track where it's going to be more physically demanding. And Bryson, I would say, it's probably got to be the most physically fit guy on the front line right now.
Right.
So that might play into his favor also. So even if Hunter does have more confidence, do we just see that Bryson can outpower, because in the whoops and things like that, Bryson's going to be able to throw the bike a lot better than most of those guys.
Yeah,
so he might be able to use that to his advantage also.
Oh yeah, I mean the dude's got sprint speed for days. That's what I'm saying. If you want to mess his day up, hold him up as much as you can. Make him frustrated.
Like I said, make him work.
Right.
Make him get out of that main line.
Right.
Don't pull over for him.
No.
Bryson, I'm sorry. We love you. We love you. We love
just want some
talking to you.
action, dang it.
But here's the thing. It's like if he make him make the move to get around you.
Right.
Right?
Right. So let me ask you a question, Coop.
Okay.
If you're Hunter Hart, you're in Hunter Hart's corner, or Cole Richardson, what are you telling, what do you might be saying to him on the starting line, or
you better get that whole shot, boy. You better get that whole shot.
You gotta get the whole shot. You gotta get the whole shot. Yeah, I mean,
And if you get the whole shot, run.
yeah,
Run like a scalded dog.
So, but
And here's another thing. You know how Hunter and Cole
Mhm.
have like freight trained together,
right,
like battled each other.
right,
If you two are staying that close together, you're gonna be daggone hard to pass
Right.
as a duo.
oh yeah,
Then
Yep.
you're
Well-
stronger in numbers.
Walker said last week that if they were smart, instead of battling each other super hard, they would use each other to push
Right.
instead of holding each other up.
right,
So
Yeah.
Right.
that's one thing they got to keep in mind too, because they've pretty much been glued to each other the whole season.
right.
So they just need to keep in mind that if they work together, it's better than if they work against
Right.
each other.
Then the last lap, then they can go ham on each other. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the bikes?
Well, the bikes, I just think that I would love to see 5 for 5, but I don't know if we're going to see 5 for 5.
It's gonna
I
be
mean, we're
tough.
asking for a lot at this point.
Hey, I mean, anything's happened, man. A 3-hour race. The field's still stacked. As far as I know, everybody's healthy, healthy as they can be. I mean, we're still down in South Carolina. We're, Stu Baylor's still a favorite down there. Ben Kelly, does he rebound?
Yeah.
Does Ben Kelly rebound this week? What do you guys think?
No, I mean, I think that he definitely could. I think that he definitely could. I don't know what happened last week, though. That was an odd race for him.
Right.
It was. But, I mean, the field stacked, right?
Yeah.
Right? So, if you were a betting man, who would you pick to be the first repeat winner?
Oh, man.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
I thought you were going to ask who I would pick to maybe be like the person that comes up and wins next.
No. Who's the first repeat winner? That's a
Ooh.
tough one, isn't it?
Man, I'm going to have to say Stu Baylor.
Okay. And
Still,
why?
because we're still in South Carolina. We're down there, not too far from home from him. The dude is just an animal. He's fast. He can ride. Everybody knows he can ride, but he's good in those conditions. He's used to it. Honestly, I would say with the weather we've had, it's going to be a suffer fest. To be honest with you guys, down there, who can suffer the longest, and that dude could probably suffer. Dude broke his neck and still finished the race. So
Yeah.
I think he's a guy that will suffer more than anybody else out there to win that race.
I would definitely agree with that. Stu's probably your first repeat winner just because of the fact that he's super gritty.
Mm-hmm.
Like he will go to lengths that nobody else on that line's willing to go to just to put it on the box and win.
Yeah.
So Stu's probably your first repeat winner, but I would say there's probably other people that could win this weekend that typically do better at this track every year. So
Do we see Ashburn jump up there?
Well, Ashburn
Got his first podium last weekend.
and a guy that I just really thought about again is the guy that just won the last race.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Russell has been stringing them together,
I know he had a bad round before that, but that was because of a bike issue.
Yeah.
Mud bike issue. But he was running up front
Yep.
when he broke down. Ricky is somebody that could be a serious championship contender this year.
Dude's got speed, and he's good in that. Being a taller guy and more lanky guy, could be really good in the sand. So yeah, should be good.
I think Josh Strang could possibly
Yeah.
be able to win at this
Yeah, I
track.
mean-
He's proven a few years that he's fast at this place. So
Yeah, I mean, you can never count out Strang, man. I mean, that guy's, he's still doing it. He's kind of like reminds me of like a Chad Reed at this point. Chad Reed of the sport, of the GNCC sport.
It's not
on
the
side.
Australian thing.
No, that's not the Australian thing. No. Just a guy that just he's always there. I feel like he's been around for a really, really, really long time. He's got a lot of veteran knowledge, and so he's a guy that everybody could be sleeping on. Next thing you know, he just outplays the field. You know, just the way it is.
yeah, this is also the track when everybody was having issues with Caleb. Josh Strang was able to put it together.
Yeah,
so could be his place.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Devin, I don't want to give you too much credit, but you're getting some shout outs on the live feed for your sick camera work tonight. So congratulations to you.
Nice. Thank you.
Cheesy. So cheesy.
I mean, we got it. We might as well use it, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. So you ready to get our guest on
We don't
tonight?
call him quick fingers for nothing. to take the shot.
Yeah.
Had to take the shot.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to get your first guest?
Yeah,
going?
so we're going to get our guest on the line. We're going to be joined by Alex Elioff and Jessica Elioff right after this break. So make sure you guys stick around for the quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
You've seen them at the track. Now, online. Magna1motorsports.com. From used bikes, just like Jordan Chase and the rest of the team ride. Plus, all the gear you need. Helmets, goggles, gear, and more. Magna1motorsports.com or trackside at GNCC and NEPG events. Be sure to pick up a bottle of Magna 1's Magna 1 Clean It, revolutionary cleaning product for your dirt bike. Coming soon. Join Chase Landers and Team Clean. Trackside for everything you need when you need it. And at your fingertips at Magna1motorsports.com. Magna 1 Motorsports and Magna1motorsports.com, your everything dirt bike headquarters.
Doug here from Sunstar Sprockets and Chains. I just wanted to take the time to thank you for listening to the Split Line Off-Road Podcast and for a great 2022 season. I look forward to meeting as many of you as I can on the GNCC circuit next year, which reminds me, Split Line has talked me into continuing with their discount code. All you need to do is go to our website, sunstar-braking.com, and use the code SPLITLINE30 to get 30% off your order. If you are not a Sunstar rider and you would like to be, then check out the Racer tab while you are there. If the link is active, then we are still accepting riders.
Hey guys, it's Mason with Steel Savers. If you've been listening to the show for a while or you've been around dirt bikes for a bit, you should know that Steel Savers makes the ultimate fork seal protection for your dirt bike. Not only do we have a range of for your bike, we have a variety of products for side-by-side bike for your quad. Be sure to check out our coil savers and CV beers for double CV. .com and enter the code SPLITLINE for 25% off. That's steelsavers.com and the code is SPLITLINE for 25% off. Thanks for listening to the show.
All right, guys, we are back from break. And us now on the line is Junior A rider Alex Elioff and WXC rider Jessica Elioff. What's going on, guys?
Oh, nothing much. How are you?
Good, good. How are you guys? Thank you guys so much for coming on the show tonight. We really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we kind of advertised this show. This is like our first show as bringing a married couple on, and pretty pumped about that. So we appreciate your time tonight, guys.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I guess kind of the first question is did you guys meet in racing, or were you guys into racing when you got together? How did this all come about?
So we met basically at the end of high school.
Okay.
Wow. At the time I was racing motocross, and she as a child raced dirt bikes on 50s or 65s or whatever, and then the family kind of got out of it, and so we just started dating, and throughout that, I was getting burned out of motocross, and we had a bone stock woods bike that we trail rode together for the fun of it. And I think it was back in 2016. We figured we'd go watch a GNCC, and never been to one before, and knew absolutely nothing about woods racing. And then I was like, well, if we're gonna go watch, I might as well race it, right? And I didn't know a single thing, and just had a blast. And then it was 2018 was my first full season racing Junior B.
Okay.
And towards the end of the year, I actually got hurt at work and had to have surgery and missed Ironman. But she had been thinking about wanting to race, and I still had my motocross quad, and then we had the woods bike that I had been racing, and she gave it a shot at Ironman and never raced a four-wheeler before and enjoyed it. So then 19, we built her a bike for 2019, and she's been racing since then.
Wow. So Jessica, your first year racing ATVs, well, I mean, I guess your first full year was 2019, but the first time you ever did it was 2018?
Yeah, Ironman of 2018. Like Alex was saying, we trail rode together, and occasionally, like when we were out there, he'd go, well, do you want to drive? Do you want to drive? I was like, no, that's okay because he was way better and way faster at it. And I'm like, man, these quads have way more power than like a utility quad that I'm used to just pro riding. So occasionally, but not like very often. And then when he got hurt, he's like, well, do you want to race it since I can't? I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, what the heck? Why not? So I went out there with like no expectation and taken 12 out of 24. And then I told him, I'm like, well, shoot, hon, I want to do this.
That's
so
awesome.
Like he said, we built a bike for me and him. And then we both raced the 2019 as well. So
that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Addiction here on out.
That's so cool. I really like hearing like how you guys kind of came into the sport together rather than like meeting in the sport. So I think that's like really, really awesome. And then now like right now, both of you are sitting in phenomenal positions. Alex, you're sitting first in Junior A, and Jessica, you're sitting in a very close second in the WXC Pro. You guys both are having great seasons so far.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know what the common theme is there? Neither one of them been out of the top 3.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Household filled with podiums.
What's in their water? What's in your guys' water? We guys drinking?
So do you have like a trophy room that's filled up pretty quickly? Because it's been a really quick progression for you guys from, 2016 and 2018 to now. But it seems like you guys are always there every week.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Like I said, I raced my first. I did 2 of them in 16 and had a blast. I only raced 1 in 17, and then 18 is when I really got into it the first time in Junior B and did decent, and just kept chipping my way up through A class. And the last couple of years, and with Devin as well, me and Devin battled a lot last year, and things are just coming together for the both of us, I think, and just consistency is key. And yeah. So I guess your question about a trophy room is no. It's the garage. There's a shelf in the garage, but most of it's all with Jessica's hardware. not really mine, but more of hers.
On there, don't let them get you.
I was going to ask you guys, do you guys ever come home from the weekend with like the same trophy? So you got to write the name on the back to make sure whose is whose.
Usually not. Hers are her trophies are her first place trophies are different than our trophies. And then to be honest, they give out. I don't think many people know this, but they give out little tokens that are worth $10. You could choose one of those instead of a plaque if you want.
Oh, really? Okay.
We kind of got tired of we got a whole stack of plaques, and anymore, if we're not taking first, we usually just take a token because it's worth something.
Right. It's worth more than a wooden plaque that you put over in the corner.
Yeah. I mean, if it's first, we'll take the first plaque, but
I wonder how many houses we could build with all the wooden plaques people have gotten over the years.
Yeah. Or if it's someone that we know or a first time or something like that. So
Right.
Now, Jessica, you started off the year like couldn't ask for a better picture, right? So you started off with 2 straight wins and then haven't been off the podium since. What's it been like for you this year? I would say your best season to date, best starting of the season to date.
Yeah, it's we did a lot of training over winter, and like how Alex was saying, consistency is key. And my goal is just to keep getting it on the podium, because last year I was pushing for a championship, but towards the end of the year I was getting in my own head a little bit and just had a couple bad races. And especially with this year only having 12 races instead of 13 and 1 drop instead of 2, I really just need to be consistent. But started the year out strong, and I just plan to keep it that way, and working out almost every single day and just trying to keep my head on straight and just keep pushing.
Right. Yeah.
I would also say that the thing is like she's been hard on herself and frustrated as well in the past because she feels like she has the speed, but maybe can't put the whole race together. And a lot of that I feel comes with seat time and experience, which compared to all the other girls in that class, she is by far lacks the most of that, just because it's her 4th year, I think, 5th year racing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think all the pieces are finally coming together for her, just race management and putting everything together.
I mean, I've been training pretty hard myself every day.
Oh,
I mean, I went through so the other day I went through a party-sized pack of Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookies. They were pretty good.
The Easter Bunny came and saw
Yeah.
you, didn't he? The Easter Bunny bring out chocolate egg or something?
No, this is like a weekly occurrence for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to have cookies just to get me through the week so I can race. If I don't have enough energy to make it. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of training you guys are doing, but we've been pretty serious over here.
We typically try to eat well, but Alex's sister was over today and she brought some Dunkin' Donuts with sprinkles on it. And she's like, come on, Jess, just have a donut. I'm like, oh, I really shouldn't. She goes, but you should.
Oh, man.
I did eat a donut today.
She was doubling down on you.
You gotta be like Jet Lawrence, and you only get one if you win.
Man.
I win this weekend. I guess I got to eat a chocolate donut before
There we go. There we go. So, walk me through like a race day for you guys. I'm sure it can get hectic with both of you racing kind of back to back. So, Alex, for you, when Jessica is out there racing, I'm sure, you go to the line and everything with her and get in prepped and you're able to do pit stops. But that last lap, towards the end of the race, you're getting ready for your race, but I'm sure you're trying to also stay intact with her race as well.
Yeah. The mornings are definitely busy and chaotic. Leading up to her race isn't too bad. She kind of does her own thing and like the front of the trailer, and I finish up whatever little last minute bike prep stuff in the back, and we kind of do our own thing, like I said, for most of the morning. And but during her races, it's chaotic, and most people get like their pre-race jitters and nerves. And I'll tell you what, by the time that our race rolls around in the afternoon, my pre-race jitters and nerves are gone, and I'm just. I think that honestly helps because I'm not all like amped up on the first lap.
Oh man, that's a secret. That's your secret weapon. So now everybody's going to have their wives and girlfriends race.
Yeah. And we, I mean, it's been super nice. We've parked, pitted next to the Pickens the last 2 years, and they, I don't know how the heck they do it either with Jeff, Tracy, and JP. And I'm constantly asking Jeff, I'm like, does this get any easier? Do you get like any like less nervous? And he goes, oh, nope, never. So, but yeah, I mean, the beginning of her race is always just the anticipation of the first lap and seeing how things are going to lay out and start to plan when we're going to pit her based upon what position she's in and track conditions and so on and so forth. And thank God, my good friend, our good friend Nick Davidson, helps a lot with pitting and just getting everything taken care of for us. So basically, after we pit her, about halfway through the race is when I go back and usually eat a sandwich and start wrapping up stuff on my bike. And then come her first lap is when I just go in the trailer and try and block out everything else and change and get ready myself. That way, I'm usually done ready early for my race. That way I can go up to the finish line, and if she's on the podium or whatever, go up and stand up there for a brief moment before going and sitting on the line for our race. So.
Right. I was gonna say, by the time she's probably done with the podium, you probably already got. Does she make it to your starts? Probably not.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It is close sometimes, but since I have my quad there, he usually gives me a hug and a kiss and then goes to the start. Sometimes he is able to stay and watch on the podium, but then it makes me nervous because I want him to get to the line and get a good spot.
Right.
I'm like, oh, go. So he usually goes, and then after I'm done with the podium, I'd hop on the quad and then take off to the start. And sometimes I'm running, and then I give him a hug and tell him good luck. But other times I have a couple minutes just to say, hey, watch out for this spot.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's this little hiccup here, or hey, the cricks are deep, or whatever. But by the time we go through and then he gets there, most of the things I tell him he probably doesn't even need to know because he's more experienced and can do things now. But it makes me feel better to tell those things. But
oh yeah. Well,
I don't think I have missed a start yet.
No.
Wow.
No.
There's
That's
I get to the start and he maybe forgot something, like his gloves one time. And
that was last year.
I'm like, where are your gloves? He goes, oh my gosh, I don't have them.
Devin stole them. That's what happened.
I mean,
but
maybe.
so it's yes, my race in the morning definitely makes his a little more hectic, but I try to set everything out for him on the couch and have his sandwich made so it's as easy as possible with him because it is very hectic.
Yeah, you usually see her like running down the line past us in riding gear still. So she usually makes it, but it's like we're sitting there warming up our bikes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. So okay, like throughout a regular week, like when you guys ride together, I'm sure that's an awesome tool to have to your advantage as well. Like you guys are able to ride together, train together, and then be a family all at the same time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know how much speed Alex probably gets from following her around?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna start filing a petition on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely it makes things more fun and more enjoyable for sure. And kind of gives you that little extra push and the extra drive because even though we are married, we are both very competitive. So even like with each other, pushing each other and however that works out with working out or whatever. Like even today, we went on a run today and I gave her like a couple minute lead and I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna try and catch her by the time we're done with it. So just everyday aspects, but
yeah.
It makes it easier, but it's also a lot because even though like the whole cleanup and bike prep in between racing and all that, it's even, I feel it's different if there's even one person with 2 or 3 quads because we are equally doing the same damage and maintenance and getting double the amount of stuff dirty at the same time. It's just not one person with 2 or 3 bikes to maintain. They're only riding one at once. We're riding 2 at once.
Right. I was gonna say bike maintenance is probably crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it without him. I tell him all the time.
Yeah, it's that just doing one is enough.
I'm sure.
It's crazy.
I actually asked him this when we were sitting on the line at Tiger Run. And I was like, do you guys keep your bikes the same collar? So that way, if something happens, you can like steal parts off of the other one and then you won't even notice. And he was like, no, that's not why we do it. And then he gave me the backstory on it. But I thought it was a strategy.
Right.
And it turns out it wasn't.
Hey, everybody, real quick, we're getting ready to do the Sunstar Chain and Sprocket segment here in just a couple minutes. So if you have any questions for Alex and Jessica, make sure you throw them in the comment section real quick before we get to that segment. But Brandon, you had something?
You have to come back to me because I was blanked.
Oh, okay.
You can't put me on the spot like
well,
that.
You looked.
I was getting ready to say something, and Devin interrupted me, and then stupid Devin over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking Alex was going to give us the backstory on the blue and yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Give us the backstory on the blue and yellow.
So I honestly had blue and yellow on my motocross bike, which I don't think I did that until after we met, I think. And yellow has always been my favorite color and blue's always been her favorite color. So yeah, it just kind of fell into place and it looks, in our opinion, it looks good and we like it. And then it just apparently kind of became our thing to where.
And the yellow is easy to pick out too.
It is. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. We talk to other riders a lot about being able, and it's such an advantage to when you're able to pick something out. Like for J Shad, for instance, it's the blue lights. That's hard to miss. Brandon, I was talking to one of our good buddies the other night, and he was talking about, night races. He has a little red light that he sticks on his bike. That way they can see that bike coming
through.
So, that's just stuff that we need to know for the 9 hour. but yeah, you're right. Being able to pick each other out coming, like knowing when to pit, I'm sure is a really beneficial thing.
Yeah, it definitely, the yellow sticks out big time.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
One more question for you, and both of you can have your own answer for this, but how do you feel about the competition this year? Because I feel like every year that we race, the competition gets tighter and tighter. And some people might not see it in their class, but I feel like when you hit A class or you hit WXC or XC2, it gets tighter and tighter every year. And I didn't know what your guys' thoughts were on how the competition is for this season.
Go ahead, Jess, first.
Yeah, the competition is definitely, last year it was a lot between me and Tracy, Kate, which this year it's been about the same, but I feel like our speed has picked up. And like the first race, Hannah finished seconds behind me, and she was messaging me. She's like, "Hey, let's do this every race, 1 and 2, 1 and 2." And I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be great." And just the competition is definitely there. I don't want to say it's hard, but it's I guess it's a different set because we're all friends off the track, and then when we get on the track, we're still friends, but we're racing, for a position and for money, and it's a different mindset. But I say, last year Kate was on the podium and a couple times, but she wasn't there as consistent as she had this year, so she definitely picked it up for this year. And, unfortunately, Tracy hasn't been on the podium yet, but she's been right there every single race. So it's like a toss-up depending on who's going to take top 3 every single race, if I'm being completely honest, because we're all very comparable in speed, and I feel like we're all very competitive girls. And I think this year compared to last year, like I said, I think the speed has increased. And I don't want to say the competition's harder, but you're just having to think of things at a faster pace.
Right.
At least in
Yeah, you should. You guys are starting to be, 2 or 3 years into this. You guys are probably getting used to running with each other, getting used to the tracks, kind of, and getting more comfortable each and every time you do it. So it makes sense that there's competition. You guys start stepping it up each and every time.
Right. Something that I'm learning more this year, or it's becoming easier for me to be able to learn my competition better, to where like, okay, I know Kate's faster here and Hannah's stronger here, to learn like where I can push to where I feel I'm stronger than them and vice versa.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's just much of a mental race that it is.
Right.
Right. I'm sure it is when you guys are so close in speed and abilities, and you're battling the same competition week in and week out. It like you said, it becomes a mental game big time with you guys.
Yeah, it most definitely. And I struggle a little bit with patience. So I get and I end up making a hasty decision, and then I regret it. I'm like, shoot, I should have just sat back for a second, took a deep breath, let them battle it out, and then make a pass or make a move or something. But I just get a little impatient sometimes.
Yeah, I can relate, and I understand that. That's patience is a huge part of this game that we all love, and you could really mess up an entire race without being patient, whether it be like you said, watching a battle in front of you or working your way through lappers. That's a big one there, I'm sure.
Yeah, because by the middle to end of lap 2, I'm hitting lap traffic, and that's a different ball game as well.
I'm sure.
Johnny, there's a big one every time he comes to the line. He's like, Jessica, you can't win at the first lap. Just be patient and ride your own race. I'm like, I know. And I'm out there, and then I make a mistake. I'm like, okay, Johnny's voice is running through my head.
That's right.
Yeah. So, Alex, for you, how's this season been for you? You've been consistent. You're still looking for that first win this year, but being able to stay consistent is the name of the game, obviously, especially in this class with senders like Devin over here. And you gotta be able to get in there on the podium every opportunity that you can.
Yeah, I would say I feel like our competition is stiffer in Junior A this year than it was last year. And I personally feel like I've stepped it up a lot, and I had high expectations for myself coming into the season. But I think also with the change in the age groups for the classes did not help to our advantage. Because you got Dalton Keys that stepped it up, and he was a fast kid in college A and always consistent and on and off the amateur podium. And Cameron Aby, and I don't know how old he is, but I know he used to race some XC2 and ran locals for a while, and I wasn't anticipating him. And then Corey Vandeliner, he raced Junior A the second half of last year, and had some just gnarly fast speed.
Mhm.
So I expected Corey. I was not expecting Dalton and Cameron to be in there. So that was a bit of a wake up and surprise. And I know Devin's had a lot of changes this year, but and me and him have talked as well. I have expected Devin to be up there battling with us. And unfortunately, he's had some bike issues that haven't allowed that. And you got Seth Wilson, who's always consistent, and he was there a lot last year. And I think a lot of it is, just the younger competition. And I definitely feel like it's gotten faster this year. And consistency is key, but you also got to check some wins off in order to get a championship. So
Yeah.
Working towards that.
Yeah.
I think they definitely did catch us off guard with the age change, because
Yeah.
we kind of had in our mind who was going to be competing against each other this year. And then it was like, oh, we're changing the age. And then it's like, oh, crap, that opens the door for some pretty fast people.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Dalton's fast.
Right.
Dalton's in good shape, but he will send it really hard. Like, if he thinks he can pass you somewhere, he's not scared to either wreck or make the pass.
Right.
Yeah.
So
He'll stick it in there. Me and him have had some good battles already this year. And there's been a couple times I've stuck it in there hard on him, and he's certainly done the same to me. And it's just good competitive racing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I don't know. I think the age change was good just because it showed us that we needed to kind of find that pace that those guys were running from college A. But then there's still some times where you can see the difference between our age and where they're a little bit younger, and they might make a couple more mistakes on some things because sometimes it's faster to slow down. But it happens. So they'll learn their part. We just have to learn how to pick up the pace to be able to catch those guys. So
Yep, I would agree with you.
Yeah. So I got a question for you guys, and it's kind of like not racing question, right? So I'm sure most of the guys out there would love to have a woman that races, rides, whatever. And maybe vice versa. Another woman might wish they had a boyfriend or a husband that raced or rode or had these same intentions. Like, see, like my wife, she likes going to the track, but she's okay just sitting on the sidelines or not really caring. So when it's time for me to go practice or me to go put seat time in, you got to find that happy medium. What's some of the pros and some of the cons that you guys see that with both of you guys really liking to do it?
I would say the pros are that it makes it more fun for sure. I would say a lot of the times either the boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse that doesn't do it maybe kind of gets kind of bored at times.
Right.
That's honestly, I know she felt that a little bit with when I raced motocross. So I'd say that's a con. Another con is it's definitely not cheaper having two of you race.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And unfortunately, I tend to break things more than he does.
Yeah, she's hard on. I don't quite understand how, but
I try to be careful, but when I'm out there, my mindset is.
Those are cons. Just the busyness of the schedule. You guys know, just trying to ride, trying to work out, trying to prep everything, load the trailer, go to the races, and still live a normal life. It's like, I guess it's not a con. It's just more going on, more to juggle.
Yeah, but then it's also a pro because then there's two of us doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
He usually loads all the tools in the back of the trailer, and then I load the clothes in the front of the trailer.
She handles the front half of the trailer, the back half, the quads and the tools and all the racing aspect of it.
I would say there's definitely more pros than cons.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Especially, being in the sport itself, because we're each able to motivate each other.
Right.
And push each other. And like there's times where I practice without him and he practices without me, depending on our work schedule. But most of the time we try to ride together and, just learning. I mean, I wouldn't say he learns much from me, but just pushing each other when we're out there, but me being able to learn a lot from him and the other people we ride with. I would say there's definitely more pros than cons, but it is very busy.
Yeah. And just like how everyone's got late nights in the garage or whatever, it's more fun because you're not out there by yourself and you're not doing stuff by yourself, and it's not you grinding, being kind of maybe burnt out or tired, and it's the whole thing's definitely more enjoyable.
Right.
Good deal.
Yeah, I'm sure it is because like you were saying, like sometimes Mike and I'm sure Cooper can, when you go those long, especially because that's where we did start out was motocross. So you go those long motocross days. You're there 8 hours, 10 hours a day, or all weekend, and you're just sitting there and you're like, are you going to ride yet?
We got our 14 minutes of riding in a day.
And those days get long, and then over on the GNCC side, like it's fun to watch, but like especially when my wife's pitting me or whatever, like she sees me go by, and then another 25 minutes she'll see me go by again, and then that's what I mean.
Or worse, if you break down,
and then they don't know where you're at.
Something.
So,
yeah,
it gets crazy.
The GNCC is definitely a totally different environment, whether you're a spectator or a rider compared to motocross, and that's something that hooked us right from the start, from the first one that we went to when I knew nothing, and I didn't even know you had to pit for fuel. I met a guy there. Yeah,
you didn't know it was a dead engine start.
He's like, yeah, it's a dead engine start. I'm like, oh, okay, didn't know that. I'd pit for fuel your second time coming through here. I'm like, okay, pit for fuel, got it. Didn't know we had to do that either.
Shoot, I didn't bring a gas can. I'm just
yeah.
So I think another big pro was kind of like how you guys were saying. For motocross, I could see, I would see him the entire race, but yeah, just the waiting around was very long days.
Mm-hmm.
But the GNCCs, it's obviously way different. And even when I wasn't racing, it was still like exciting because there's always someone going by.
Right.
And then like having to watch for him and put him for fuel and goggles, it was just like more involved. But coming home from the races before I raced, it was him telling me about the race and like about the quad, and I kind of understood what he was talking about, but I would just kind of sit there and listen. And then I remember the first couple races when we were on our way home from these southern races, and he's like, this is really cool because now you can be involved in telling me how your race was and how the bike felt for you. And he's like, now you understand a little bit better of like everything that's on when you're out there. And so I would say it's better conversation because we're both able to talk about it and not just me kind of understand, but never experience it.
Yeah,
right.
I could definitely see that because I try to tell my wife all the time, like, man, that one section down there, it was getting me like I should have did this and did that. She's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, like I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the response I usually get is I have no idea what you're talking about, and I usually just zone you out, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I might as well just talk to myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, all right, guys, we are going to go ahead and switch gears a little bit, and we're going to go to the Sunstar Chain and Sprocket shifting gears segment.
Yep.
And this segment, we get a lot of questions from Instagram, Facebook, and then sometimes they're directed towards the guests that we have on. And I think we have a few tonight directed towards you guys. So we're going to start the segment with you guys on, if that's all right. And they're kind of quick fire questions. So shoot from the hip.
Got it.
All right. So the first question, they want to know if the track this weekend is a fast track or more of a technical track.
I would say it's technical because the dirt changes from dirt and sand from what I can remember. But I feel like it's also pace in sections. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same. I think it's a faster pace track, but it's funky because it's like more sand than dirt, but it's chewed out like dirt. So I struggle here. I always think the track's going to be sweet, but I always feel like I suck here. So we'll see.
It's always a good looking track on camera. I'll say that.
Good. Yeah.
What you see on camera, definitely not the same thing that we're seeing making laps around there.
Yeah. Devin caught me last year here with like, I think 5 miles to go, and I was trying to not let him by, and I'm like, this is stupid. I'm just letting him go. I can't hang with him right now.
Yeah, that is true. That did happen. I came in and I'm like, dude, why'd you let me go? He said it was overrated. I was overrated. Yeah. He said you came up and I figured that apparently you just wanted it more because I was just done.
Apparently.
I was like, well, I started way back. So at that point in the race, I had enough energy that I was just letting it eat.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care at that point whether I wrecked or not. I was just trying to make up time.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Uh-huh.
So
next question.
All right. So the next question is, They want you to talk more about the jump from B class to junior A and like Jessica going to WXC. Was there any specific turning point related to endurance, skill, or both?
For me, going from junior B to junior A, I feel like I kind of got the short end of the stick because I anticipated on racing junior A in 2019. I'm sorry, junior B, but AMA bumped me junior A, and I actually submitted a thing to try and get it reversed so I could race junior B again, and they denied it. So I kind of got thrown at the wolves into junior A, and I'd say it took about 2 years to figure out the pace and gain some confidence to be able to run towards the top and not constantly be looking over my shoulder and thinking, who's behind me? Who am I holding up? Is this a different class? Is this someone in my class? It's a different pace for sure running junior A to junior B. And it takes time to run with those guys to figure out the pace and to figure out how to go faster. And you get faster by riding with faster people. Just takes a little bit of time.
Yep.
Mine was a huge change of pace for me because my first year ever racing was 2009, and I lost the championship by 1 point. And then 2020, I won the women's amateur championship, and I wrapped it up before the last race. So the last race I was able to race. What's the last race?
It was at Buckwheat that year, which might have been a makeup day after Ironman or something. I don't remember exactly, but
anyhow, I was able to race WXC just to kind of see the competition, feel it out, where I would place, and it was awesome because I didn't have really any expectations for myself. Just wanted to see where I sat come the next year, and so that was more of just a fun race. But I was able to place 6, and I'm like, okay, I could deal with this, and going into the first year in 2021 and WXC was a holy crap, this is pretty hard and way different pace, different obviously competition. It was fun because it was very challenging and hard. Not that women's amateur wasn't, because it was a lot of learning, but the first 3 years and even up now, like every race I learned something different. But the first 3 years was a huge progression for me. And it was very, very fast. Even as simple as learning how to ride a 4-wheeler compared to racing a 4-wheeler and racing with the fastest girls out there. So it was a huge transition for me. And, a lot of learning.
I would say her competition, a lot more experience and faster, obviously, than women's amateur. You just look at the consistency of the top 5, top 7 compared to women's amateur. It's a different game.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Like that's, I always give all the ladies credit for sure, because like you guys freaking haul out there. There's no doubt about it. They fly.
yeah, they fly for sure. And then on top of that, to be in the race with right there with the 4x4 pros.
Best, yeah.
I mean, those are not easy machines to get around, I'm sure.
They are not.
I bet sometimes you wish you had a horn on your bike too, huh?
Yeah, honestly, this year we're allowed to have a horn.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I think Kate has a horn. But if you rev, you just have to do it at the right time, because obviously their quads are a lot more loud and powerful.
Yeah.
And hear you. But they're intimidating.
Oh, I'm sure. I've not ran a ton of morning races, but the ones I have, it's like, golly. I mean, they're huge. and they sound like a V8 going through the woods.
You don't want to neck with them because you're not going to win.
No.
A couple years ago, she got tangled up with a 4x4 pro, and down in Georgia, it was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, and down in Georgia, and nobody's fault. They just came together and didn't really see each other, and both of them ended up on the ground off their bike. But we found out after she completed the lap, but turned out later she blacked out, actually broke her neck, and
oh, jeez.
was out for. She was in a neck brace for. It was pretty quick actually. I think it was 5 weeks, and then she missed one race and was luckily it was between a break, and you were I think like 7 weeks back at the next race.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
geez.
wild.
Yeah. So the intimidation factor is definitely there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had them come to the locals before, and like you come up to lap them and they don't move, and it is really hard to push one of those things out of the way when you're on a sport quad.
Yeah, you're not doing
because
that.
they're just so much heavier than us.
Oh yeah.
So,
like last year, Cody Collier showed up and raced one of our locals and raced money class with me and obviously a handful of other guys. And I've never raced against a 4x4 before. And Cody Collier's an animal and he rips and he's not afraid to throw that thing in there. And yeah, it's an uncomfortable feeling.
I don't try them.
Right.
I actually had to race against Cody this weekend at the Wexter race. I went
did
to.
you?
Yeah, he lined up with us. So it was like Brandon Owens, Ronnie Rush, Cody Collier, and then basically half the junior A line was there. Me, Corey, Zach Knight, and Hunter Johnson were all there, and it was pretty intense because we rolled to the line. And I was expecting our typical locals. You have
a couple guys.
You got like 5 or 6 guys that show up total. We roll to the line. There's 13 people there, and it's all people that compete at the nationals. And the guys are coming up to the line. They're like, "Oh yeah, this is not regular for this to happen like this." And it was pretty intense.
That's what makes locals fun. You just you show up and you never know.
You just never know.
Yeah, I had a really good start though. I was 13th out of 13 off the line. So
I'll believe. All right, we'll see this weekend. We'll see a good start this weekend.
Well, I'm not going to beat Alex off the line. I've tried. Dude rips a whole shot and then he's gone.
Yeah. Do we have any more questions that would apply to them for the Sunstar?
Or any funny ones that they could answer?
Or any funny ones they could answer? Or?
I think
because some of these questions get pretty good. We actually had a question a few weeks ago, and this cannot apply to you guys whatsoever. But it said, which one of your guys' wives would win in a race on your race bike? And you guys you can't even put you in the conversation because our wives, we were just talking about who would make it the furthest on the track before they would quit.
I do have one question that would probably be pretty funny to answer.
Okay.
XC1 Pro Bike and Quad foot race around Camp Coker track. Who's your top 3?
Wow.
So on the I'm gonna let you guys answer first.
Yeah,
I got thoughts in my head. Go ahead, guys.
I mean, I gotta say my first one is probably Bryson because I feel like he has been, even for the last few years, the most in shape, fittest person in the entire field.
I don't know. I'd say Hunter would give him a run for his money.
Hunter would be my close runner-up second because Hunter's pretty quick and little and nimble, I feel like.
See, here's my thoughts. I feel like there's probably about 3 total good knees for the bikes, for XC1 bikes. I think there's of the entire front row, there's probably 3 good knees. So all of them are already out.
Hunter's energy level, I feel like just everybody else's. Even when you talk to him, he's just like so happy and jittery, and I feel like his giddiness will just take him.
And he's got those long strides, right?
Yeah. Long skinny legs.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we need to have them do a Ricky Bobby segment with him and Bryson, right in the last start, and see who runs to the finish line fastest.
I think Jared McClure would be pretty dangerous in this race. I've seen videos of him at work, like literally running with concrete and all kinds of stuff on his shoulders. So I know he knows how to run.
Yeah.
And he's pretty gritty.
So are we saying top 3 is all quad guys?
To be honest, I don't know the dirt bike field enough to get to include them. I know the names, but I don't know them well enough to include them in that.
Well, all right. We know for sure Stu's not running.
No.
Stu's not running.
That takes him out.
Ben's leg. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Ben's got a bum leg. Trevor is injured at the moment.
Thad had a hip last week or last year.
Yeah.
I mean, none of those guys are running.
There's not a whole lot.
There's a reason why they. There's a reason why
Ricky Russell, maybe.
Maybe Ricky.
Maybe Ricky,
Maybe
yeah.
Ricky.
Yeah, at least his was a collarbone.
No, I'm with you guys. I think Hunter Hart, he's just got that wiriness to him. I think him and Bryson would just have a good old.
But remember, Bryson had that surgery on that knee. Well, the knee should be better than
knee
ever.
should be good. He's deadlifting like 400 pounds.
That's
now.
true.
I mean, probably 1,000 by now, but who knows?
Then you got Josh and Wyatt working with Levi.
Yeah.
That could be
Yeah.
pretty. I feel like they probably could run.
I think quad guys take it
Yeah.
for sure.
What about John Vlada? I mean, he gets like two steps is half a mile for him.
Hey, we have somebody threw their name in the hat. Josh Merritt. He just
okay.
commented.
Josh Merritt.
I think Josh would be a good one too.
Yeah.
Josh, do you feel like you could win in a foot race between everybody XC1 bike and ATV around Camp Coker?
Are we talking barefoot or are we talking shoes?
Oh, we'll give them shoes at least.
Oh, okay.
We won't make them barefoot.
Or what about motocross boots?
No,
no boots?
that's
If it's
just
barefoot, it's definitely McClure. He's definitely one out.
I think it'd be cruel to make them run in boots. Josh says he wins.
Oh, okay.
Merritt says he wins.
Okay. Well, we'll give him the vote.
All right.
We'll give him the vote.
Yeah.
We trust him.
So, any more questions that they could answer?
I think that's it for that. Oh, Josh says he'd lap all the Honda guys.
Oh,
Just to throw that in there. So if Rodney was in this, he would get lapped, obviously.
I mean, I'm getting lapped on a bike. I'm getting lapped off of a bike. Either way, it's not good.
So he's just calling out McClure and McGill. That's who he's calling out.
I think that's it for the questions, other than the most important question that everybody has to answer.
Absolutely. So we haven't asked this question in a while.
Haven't had to.
We haven't had to because every time that we have somebody new on the show, guys, we ask them this very important question: fast food restaurant and candy. What is your top choices of each? If that's all you could ever have, what would it be?
Ooh. Fast food for me is probably Arby's.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
I think that's our first Arby's.
Oh, yeah. You going curly or crinkle?
Sure.
What was that? I'm sorry, you cut out.
Curly for sure.
Curly,
for
okay.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I'm good. I'm good with that.
Candy. That's a tough one, but I like anything chocolate and peanut butter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely
Alex.
regret that.
Candy for me is also tough. I'm more of a sweet and sour candy than chocolate, and I like a wide variety, but anything sweet and sour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming home from the last race, I got a big bag of sour Skittles
Oh,
to keep me awake driving home.
That's some sour stuff in your mouth right there.
Yeah, that was the most recent. Fast food, I guess, do you consider like Chipotle and Subway and Hot Heads fast food?
If it has a drive-through, I think we decided if it has a drive-through.
Oh, if it has a drive-through.
And I've seen Subways with drive-through.
I think I've seen Chipotle with drive-through,
So
but not all of them.
No.
The Chipotle in Morgantown has a drive-through.
It
There you
does.
go.
It does.
We'll count those two.
It has to have a drive-through in Morgantown. Go ahead. Sorry, Alex.
I would say probably it's a toss-up between Chipotle and Hot Heads, if you consider those.
What is
Some of you
Hot
guys know
Heads?
That's what I was going to say.
Hot Heads is a new one for us. What's that?
Hot Heads, it's similar to Chipotle, but it's the same concept, but they have more toppings and more flavors.
Ooh.
More
all right.
More sauces.
Where do we
Like,
find Hot Heads?
Yeah,
you
where do we
habanero
find this?
sauce, you can put pineapple on it. Yeah, it's killer. Their
All
queso
fixins.
blows Chipotle's out of the water.
Where's the closest one to us?
Closest one to you, I don't know. If you come to my house, there's one about 10 minutes away.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
All right.
I guess if you don't consider those, I'm probably gonna have to go with Taco Bell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey,
Taco Bell's definitely a drive-through fast food for sure.
I'm
Hey.
definitely seeing a pattern to what he's picking. Though.
yeah, exactly. Taco Bell was there for us when we were like young broke kids, right? Before Chipotle, before all these other things, Taco Bell was there for us, and you could eat like for 3 days on $12.
The cheap Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
You know the best way to do that?
Funny.
When you're in school, you go pick up a bunch of cheap food, and then once you get to school, now you can upcharge it.
Oh, he's
Just
selling.
sell it.
He's
Oh,
dealing.
yeah.
He's dealing.
That's how Devin pays for his race program.
Not anymore.
Alex, does Devin go down to the first one on the line and like sell you his starting spot or something? Like, hey, you want my spot? Here's $20. You know.
Nah,
Yeah, if you're showing up to the line late, he's like, "Hey, I'll hold your spot for $20."
dude, I'm pretty sure they're taking bets down there on whether I'm racing or not most of the time because I'm like the last one to the line.
Yeah, I was gonna say Devin's usually pretty late, and with his whole ankle issue early on, like I wasn't sure if he was there or wasn't there or what was going on, and he's usually even last year he was pretty late up to the line.
Yeah, no wonder you're not getting good starts. What are you
Dude,
doing?
I don't want to sit there all day.
You got to get there first. All right.
Nah,
Well,
I'd rather
that's-
just show up when they throw the flag.
And you pick yourself in fantasy.
Yeah, I do.
That's the race before the race is getting to the finish line or getting to the starting line first.
It is.
Right.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's just like Alex said. He gets set up with Jessica racing before, and then by the time our race comes, he's ready.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, God bless them. But don't you love those guys, like those guys and gals? There's
Oh.
always somebody that is like on the last row and their bike. Oh,
boy.
I lost the SIM. It says no SIM card.
You just really didn't know.
That's weird. But you gotta love those segments where there's always one of those people that is they're the last line and they're just sitting there.
Right.
All right, they're calling back. You guys there?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know. I
No,
don't think we.
That was totally my fault. My
Yeah.
phone just said no SIM card. I don't even know what that even
He
means.
didn't pay his phone bill. That's all right.
No, I didn't. But hey, guys, we appreciate your time tonight. Thank you for calling back real quick. We do appreciate that. But we appreciate your guys' time tonight. It was awesome having both of you on, and it was a lot of fun talking to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
having us. We had a good time.
We did. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And good luck this weekend at Camp Coker. And we'll be watching from afar. Devin will be there, but we'll be watching from up here in West Virginia. And, good luck to you guys this weekend. And we look forward to talking to you guys again later on.
Thank
Sounds
you very
good.
much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was fun talking to Alex and Jessica. They first couple on the show.
Yeah.
I think they broke through
Yeah.
a barrier. That's cool.
I didn't split him up or cause a divorce or
No,
anything like
you were
that.
trying though.
Hey,
if anybody was going to try, it was going to be him,
I was
wasn't it?
digging in a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So talk to me about your guys' relationship.
Tell me how you're feeling.
Said I'm not saying anything, but if I was, could you give me all the information I need for that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. So, Sunstar Chain and Sprocket segment.
Let's
How many
finish it up.
questions do we have left? Let's finish this thing up.
All right, we got a couple. What do you want first?
Just give it to us straight.
All right.
Give them all. Rapid fire, Brandon.
Referencing your pick, what the response would have been if someone asked about his weenie?
Ooh.
Earmuffs.
So I'm guessing we're talking about the guy in the picture of the that I posted, right? So what he would say?
I think that we were talking about the guy that posted it.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
that'd be
probably
you.
The guy that
referencing.
oh well, we all know what he'd say.
Do we?
Oh,
Your face is looking all red.
Oh shoot! You want me to show you?
And Brandon just got arrested. Well,
No. Hung like a horse.
okay.
That's his response.
Okay,
Go ahead.
next-
No, you gotta answer.
I got answer.
You
Wait,
gotta
what's the
answer the
question again?
Referencing your pick, what the response would have been if someone asked about his weenie?
See, you gotta answer it.
See, I didn't post the picture though.
I don't care. It's the guy in the picture with the hot dog suit on. What would he say?
He would say, "What topping would you like?" Because he's in a hot dog suit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What
How
topping?
do you
would
like your weenie?
How do you like your hot dog? Do you like it West Virginia style? Because if you've ever been to a Black Bears game, that's the way you need to get it.
The fries.
Man,
That's what this guy would say.
No, is that what that's-
Next question.
man, you took my thing because I was going to say he would say, "How do you like yours?"
Yeah.
But you kind of took that from me.
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
What do you do with it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Next question.
You
All
guys.
right. Blackwater 100 with today's XC1 Pros. What does the top 10 finish results look like?
Oh, top 10. Jeez.
Bikes, ATVs,
Both.
Yeah. Let's just do top 3 on each side.
All right, top
How's
3.
that?
Yeah. Do we put Walker Fowler in?
Yeah, let's put Walker because this is hypothetical, so let's put
Right.
Walker in.
Well, he's winning. And Bryson's in second.
Okay.
With an Adam McGill third.
Yeah, you gotta put Gator on there. That's where I was gonna go. I'm gonna go. Oh man, I'm gonna go Jay Shad on the podium at third. I'm going to go. I'm gonna go McGill at second and Walker first.
So the whole time I was thinking, I'm thinking snowshoe, right?
Yeah.
How guys do it snowshoe.
Exactly.
Just a little bit rougher, and it's more of like keeping your bike together kind of tracks.
Yeah, exactly. And on the bike side, I'm going to go Ricky Russell, Jordan Ashburn,
Okay.
and Stu Baylor.
Okay. Yeah. On the bike side, I will go Jordan with the win because he's like a real talented guy with rocks and all that. So go Jordan with the win with Grant Baylor and Josh Strang.
All right.
Next question. Oh, you're good. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Cut me out, huh?
Oh, All
right, I'll just leave. No big deal.
Just set the camera back over here.
ATVs. I'm going to go McGill first. Jed. Oh man, this has to be current pros too.
We did establish that Walker's in this.
We'll count Walker.
Well, I mean, it's not his fault that he's not.
Right.
It's hypothetical. So
yeah. So Adam, Jay, and then Walker. I think that would be my top 3.
Okay.
And then on the bike side, Thad Duvall would be first because he's pretty good at snowshoe. And then Josh Strang, he's a pretty good technical rider, and Jordan Ashburn.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. David Hawkins wants to know if the bike guys would even finish because some of the old picks water is way steep.
Yeah.
Look back at Ironman, last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah. None of the Yamaha guys would finish.
No.
Those guys aren't finishing the airbox. It's where it's at. It's not happening. But
yeah,
Huskies and KTMs and maybe some Cowies would finish.
Yeah. Next question.
All right. Last
question.
When's the Split Line off-road ride weekend at Hatfield McCoy happening?
Oh, jeez.
Who asked this one?
This one was Ratchet 68.
Hatfield McCoy.
Oh, wow.
Man, I'm not. I don't know. We probably. I would like to do a split line ride day.
Yeah.
If you guys want a split line ride day, please reach out. Let us know if we can get.
Let's see if we can.
If we can get 20 or 30 people that want to do it.
I'll tell you what. You want a ride day? You want to come ride with us? We're going to be at the Sunstar Ride Day at Fast Track out in Nelsonville, Ohio. I think it's July. Is it July? July 14th, 15th?
July 15th.
July 15th. I think we're all going to be there.
Yeah, we are.
So,
Devin, you go be there?
I'm planning to.
Okay. I think we're all going to be there. So sign up for that. All right. And come ride with us. And we'll use that as a ride day too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun place.
There we go.
I think Hatfield McCoy would be a little
difficult.
It's hard to do. It would be hard to do one there because man, there's so many trails and
then you
so
really
many
wouldn't get to
people.
hang out with each other.
No.
There's more rules and stuff too.
Yeah. No, I would say that I'm drawing a blank.
Fast Track.
Fast Tracks is a better option for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or other than we have,
and
we could go across the road here, guys.
Right. Oh,
yeah, that is true. We'll just all meet at Rodney's house and have a ride day.
Hey, I know a good track right down the road.
Yeah. And also with the whole Sunstar thing, all the proceeds are going to SOS that we've had on not too long ago on the show. So that's really good cause.
SOS, another acronym.
Yeah.
Just like slow crew. If you guys were not on at the beginning of the show, Brandon just came up with an acronym for us. So we are SLO, Split Line Off Road, Slow Crew.
We're not slow riders. We're just slow.
No, but it's a good I like it.
I was going to say
Butt patches
match
as
my
well.
Speed.
Matches your speed,
Yeah.
your start speed.
Hey guys, we've been
Hasn't
getting
been
hit up
real
about the
impressive.
butt patch idea. If you guys want a butt patch, split line butt patch, they're $15 a piece.
Oh geez.
Message us, let us know if we get enough people that want them. We'll get an order in.
Yeah, 15.
$15 a piece. We're not going. We won't make any money off of them, but that's just what they cost from the.
And just remember, these faces are going to be on it. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody wants to ride at Coop's house.
Right.
They said they heard about the trails last week on the show, so
Everybody would want to ride at my house.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Hey, speaking of riding, man, everybody else has got the ride this year except for me. You haven't been riding yet either, though, right?
What?
Did you get to go riding yet?
Oh, I kind of went riding at Joe's house.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count?
I rode my TTR around the track, but
I had my race bike there.
I've seen that, but I mean, you didn't really ride.
Saw
Saw, seen.
We're from West Virginia. We're not worried about
what the
our Indian.
heck I want. No, because like I got ripped off last week because my son was at a birthday party. I needed to go freaking ride, and then I had to be the responsible parent. And baseball's happening
Hey, what
this
time's
weekend.
opening day this weekend?
Oh my gosh, 11 o'clock. So
we
listen
can't
to the
go ride.
coach. Listen to the coach.
I am the coach, or a coach. I am a coach.
Yeah, right.
I'm the last
But
one to
then
find out
that
anything.
little crap egg, that little shithead gets to go ride. I already got to go ride. I just took him over to Joe's again, and he got the ride too. And I haven't got the ride yet. This is
And you're supposed to be running the 9 hour.
And I'm supposed to be running 9 hour. I need to get Coach Rob on to get some tips off of him.
Well, first of all, I think we should ride.
Yeah.
Probably be a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Friday.
Maybe
Sunday afternoon.
Always Friday.
You know what? I think at this point, you guys could just get ready. Just quit your jobs. Don't even work between now and then.
Just do podcasts.
Just podcast
every
full
other
time.
week. Hey, what? Any more questions? Any more questions? Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right,
Okay.
that wraps up the Sunstar
All
Tennis
right.
Rockets.
All right, so we're gonna get off here pretty soon, guys.
Yeah.
But before we do, we got to do our picks for the weekend.
Yeah, picks for the weekend.
Brandon, real quick, ATV or bike? Which one want to go first?
Let's go ATV.
Okay. Devin, picks for ATV.
Bryson Neal is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think John Delato's second.
Okay.
And Cole Richardson third.
Yep. That's good picks because Glotta, his last podium actually came at Camp Coker last year. I'm also going to go with a Bryson win. I'm going to go Hunter second and John Glotta third.
Okay. Well, boring. I got something more boring for you. It's going to go the way it's been going.
More boring.
It's going to go Bryson Neal, Hunter Hart, and Cole Richardson. Those three have been on the podium. They keep finding the podium. Without Bryson's mishap, he would have been on the podium last week. Those three are going to keep doing it. Prove me wrong.
Brandon, I don't doubt it. Do you want to go back with the bikes? Get your bikes. We'll go back this way.
Let's reverse it.
Okay. Yeah, Devin needs more time to think about this bike, guys. He doesn't know him very well, so.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Man, this is a tough one, man. I'm gonna go Stu Baylor win. With a Ricky Russell second and a Jordan Ashburn third.
That's pretty good.
Okay. I'm going to go. Who'd you say was going to win?
Stu Baylor.
Okay. So you're saying Stu's will be the first repeat winner this year. Wrong.
Okay.
Ricky Russell will be the first repeat winner this year. But that doesn't mean he's going to win this week. No, it does. Ricky's going to win this week, back to back. Going to go on a 2-race winning streak. Stu Baylor's going to come in second, just like last week. Going to have to work his way up through the field. And then we are going to see somebody new on the podium this week again. I think we'll see Josh Strang on the podium.
Okay.
Dang.
Devin.
You put him on the podium. I was going to say Josh Strang first.
Oh.
Yeah. Change it up a little bit. We get our 5 for 5.
A lot of string love tonight.
Yeah.
Strange love.
I think he likes the track. He seems to do good consistently at this place, so I think it's a good pick.
Yeah.
Stu Baylor second, and Craig DeLong third.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah. The way the bikes have been going this year, guys, put them in a hat, draw them out 4 or 5 different times, and you still might not have the right podium.
Okay, so if we don't get a repeat winner this weekend, who takes the win? No repeat winner.
No
who takes the win?
repeat winner.
I picked somebody different than a repeat winner. So
Wait, who'd you pick to win?
Josh Strang.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention.
well, he's
Okay.
out. Thad Duvall.
Thad Duvall. Man, Thad's been struggling this year.
I know.
And I don't think it's been the riding. I think it's just been
Just some different things. Yeah,
different things going on.
He's been right.
The third hour.
Grant Baylor. It's usually a good day.
Grant Baylor.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
It's time to see Johnny Drar step up.
Johnny G. Yep.
But I'm going to go with the champ. I'm going to go with the defending champ, Jordan Ashburn,
Okay. Yep.
to step up and get the fifth win of the season, or the fifth person to win this season.
Yep.
So that's what's going to be.
That's what's
Guys, make sure you are playing.
That's what it's going to be.
Make sure you guys are playing Split Line Fantasy. The handicaps are posted as of today, Wednesday.
Yep.
And what are we giving away this week? Sunstar?
Sunstar?
We've quit announcing. Like, I like the fact that we've not really announced what we're giving away, so people aren't playing for the prizes.
Right.
They're
just
playing for the fun of the game. Because dang it, it's fun.
Either that or they just really like surprises.
Yeah, it's like when we're out coaching baseball.
That's right.
This is fun.
This is fun.
Smile.
And when you lose, you don't cry.
We don't cry. You get hit by a baseball, you don't
You
cry.
get hit right in the knuckles, kid. Get up.
Oh, I felt so bad for her tonight.
All right.
So what happens if we give away a Sunstar set and it's my use set and they get it and it's like still good for another season? Just put a little note in there.
Here's first place. Do you have a use set lying around?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I probably got a few use sets.
First place this weekend gets a brand new Sunstar chain and sprocket set. Last place gets Devin's used Sunstar chain and sprocket set.
Oh, dude, I do still have the set that I ran at Snowshoe and stuff with no skid plate.
Last place gets a signed Sunstar chain and sprocket kit from Devin Masters.
That's funny.
You guys, and you have to pay for shipping.
Just because you suck so bad.
Brandon.
Hey, how funny would it be if Walker Fowler finishes last?
I'd love it because I have his address. I can send it to him.
Right. So.
All right, Brandon, take us out of here.
Oh man, we're done already.
We're done.
I love it. Okay, all right. My wife lost the bet. She said I wouldn't be home till midnight.
This one I said too.
Don't say it now because remember last week we had to do some editing.
Oh well, if Devin messes it up, Devin can stay.
Devin, is everything looking good?
We're still good, Joe.
All right, good. This is where it all went south last week. Yeah, I got you muted just in case your phone was doing some dirty things or something.
Said insert SIM card here.
All right, go ahead.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you keep listening. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, tell your buddies, everything. Magna One Motorsports, guys, we couldn't do it without them. Title sponsor this year of the show. So go over to magnamotorsports.com. Use bikes, helmets, goggles, gear, and more. Trackside at any GNCC, any PG events. Magna One's Magna One Clean It, revolutionary cleaning product for your dirt bike, ATV, or anything else you bring to the track on the weekend. Like them. All right, go to their Instagram, share, comment on it.
Yep.
Let them know the Split Line. Let them know the Split Line sent you over.
Yep.
Said hit them in the DMs.
Hit him. I thought he was going to say hit him in the D. I was like, woo. Jeez, Devin.
That's what you do.
Low blows.
That's what you do with the Ask About on Wiener. Go ahead.
Hit him right.
Talk us about that guts.
Guts Racing seat covers, guys. Best seat cover around. If you ain't using it, you're losing. You're losing a lot of traction on the seat.
If you ain't using it, you're losing it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Hey guys, it's been a long day. If you guys got a custom seat, if you have anything you know new project, anything, go over check them out. They'll hook you up over there. Still Savers, guys. I don't know why you're not using them. If you're not using them, use them. Bikes, ATVs, UTVs, anything you want, mountain bike. Check them out. I use their hand guards, their boot savers on a nasty day. Anything you can think of, with a very, very affordable price, especially with the 25% off for Split Line 25 capital S. Right?
No, it's 25. Just capital S.
Split Line. That's right.
Split
line.
Yeah.
Capital S. Sunstar chain and sprockets, guys. Best chain and sprockets set that you'll ever own. It'll get you through any race. No worries. No guessing. Just put it on your bike
And ride.
Best performance there is with made up Coop.
Case Heart and Steel, baby.
Oh, right. Get over there. Split line 30.
Split line 30 for 30% off.
Cool
30% off.
30% off.
You like that?
I like it. Guys, and once you guys get all that on your bike, get some seat time in. If you want some more seat time, come up here to good old West Virginia to the Mountain State Hair Scramble Series and see what you got. It's a great. If you can make around their track, you can make around any GNCC race. I guarantee it. There's just great people, great atmosphere over there, and always sweet tracks. So go check them out. And I think that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
All right, guys. For Alex and Jessica Elioff, for Brandon Whitehair, myself, Rodney Cooper, and Devin Masters, this is episode 111. We will talk to you guys after Camp Coker. We are out. Peace.
Oh, we ride to the bar by levee, 85 jacked up square by Chevy, blanket in the back when it gets hot and heavy. Oh, we ride, pedal to the floor, boy, she begging for more, sipping on apple pie, moonshine, and I'll be gone by the morning light. Yeah, 'cause I've been known to write a few songs, loving and leaving and getting too stoned. Bottle and a pistol by my side, there was always along for the ride. We ride across state lines, rubbing 2 nickels, just trying to make a dime. Hard to make a living while the gas so high. Oh, we ride like a Holly on a 2-lane, Palomino across the plain, dropping down the 4-wheel drive on a Friday night, cracking open a cold Bud Light. Oh,